day in paradise. Jeez. Somebody off already. Golly, I just got off. I made somebody mad and I just got here. Alright, yeah, playing it backwards. Reporting for duty on the Forbidden Planet, or the Elitist Planet, or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call this place anymore, just the cartoon in space. Yeah, the sitcom that never has a cancellation. Yeah, they talk about shows that go on forever and never has a canceled date. Yeah, this place. Well, it has changes, but it's not enough. But anyway, so I guess ET disclosure, whatever that brings through. Also, spiritual teenager. I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday, but crap, I forgot something else. Oh man, I can't win. Yeah, the spiritual teenager energy that talks about abductions and all that, and talking about the secret space programs, so their head blows up. The hipsters, you can see that frequency. Yeah. Some are young, some are old. It all depends. Yeah, I'd be surprised how many are spiritual teenagers that are in their 80s. So just age is not, doesn't mean anything. But it's something to identify. I don't know. Just having a blast. Of course, I'll know everything and whatever. I'm just bringing it up for you to identify it. That's about it. And a lot of them are pot smokers. It's another identifying trademark. So, well, you can be a pot smoker and actually evolve, and some are just spiritual teenagers that just, whatever, can't handle life. They get who can. Especially when life's always delivering to them, which is kind of interesting. So, giving everything on a silver platter is still not good enough. So, anyway. Yeah, because pot smoking definitely does mess up with the brain. It definitely fucks things up. It can cause Alzheimer's, too. Whatever. I didn't want to put this in the title, but about it just came up recently for whatever reason. I guess I didn't realize. Not that I keep up on Egypt. Yeah, that's why I found it randomly. I guess Egypt is opening things up. I guess, and it's showing some of the cataclysms that happened in the past. Of course, like a nuclear war or explosion or whatever. And the pyramids were like a power plant in the past, and a lot of the statues were part of that power plant. That's when. But it has a lot of Orion energy connected to it. I feel like it had a good intention in the beginning, and then it got taken over, and then misused. And you can say it was part of the cataclysms too, to some level. Kind of triggered some of it, at least by using it. Or obviously, that's when the Earth became more of a third dimensional. At least the alien beings became more of a third dimensional entity. They were more fourth dimension, non-physical. Of course, they can still interact with the physical. But they had like a little bit of both. They can be physical and non-physical, and they became more human. And then became psychotic like everyday normal people. So now they probably shop at Walmart or something like that. Get their prescriptions at the CVS or Kroger's or wherever the hell they go. Yeah, yeah. Well, I believe a lot of the Atlanteans are still here too. Of course, when you do readings for people who pick up on Atlantean vibes, the citizens of Atlantis, at least doesn't mean they're the ones that blew it up. Ones that blew it up are part of the Nazi Party. Some of them are. Some of them are. Of course, they didn't do very good with their, you know, atomic bomb stuff, but that wasn't. They weren't. I don't think that was their main priority, though. Obviously not. They had too many things going on as it is. But they thought they could take over the world without it. So anyway, SimonTodd.com, private sessions, scheduler. The shop here. This is shadow banned by YouTube. At least I'm still on there. Not on Rumble and other horrible ads. Holy mother. They got the worst ads ever. How are they even about, I don't know. It's like something back in the 1980s or something like worse. Whatever. Yeah, so an update on the universe. Of course, it's learning from us. It does have artificial intelligence. It has everything. It's trying to figure this out. Trying to figure out this human thing. Of course, it's been like billions of years, at least on this planet, obviously. Is this the roughest? I don't think it's the roughest planet. It's one of them. It's This thing is, you have all these beings that incarnate here that are from the higher dimensions. They don't have a clue what they just incarnated into. They think they can have this place all figured out, and they find out that they're wrong. And then, but having these, having a lot of challenges in one's life is, take it to your darkest level is bravery, and it really does, it does sharpen the soul. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. It's not for everybody. The other one has become, a dictator and going through all that karma. That's not for everybody. But if you really want to grow, you go for it all. You become the dictator, become the victim. You do just everything. Not everybody's for that, but. Or you become a spiritual teenager and just be a hipster and you can know everything, and God help us all. I don't think you can get away from that. Even in the higher dimensions, you can't get away from that. How many spirit beings are sitting there thinking they know everything? They don't know shit. I mean, seriously, you can tap into them at any time. And then they retaliate because you call them out on their crap. Yeah, so it's not. The grass is not greener in the spirit realms either. It's not green here, but it's not green there because they're clueless. Here they're clueless also. And the universe is, still in swaddling clothes apparently. Still putting on it's still in the crib. But it thinks it knows everything, I guess. I hope it doesn't think that, because it's not working out for it too well. I guess I can give you information. I don't know. It's just whatever. I guess we don't always want to hear what they have to say either. There's that also. But also, the spirit realm can do a little bit more on their end, or maybe not. Maybe it's just a lost cause. Either way, that's why you have to know oneself, connect to yourself, not worry about anybody else, and go do you, and fuck everybody else. Just screw it. Don't wait for anybody. Just do your thing and just live your life. And all you can do, you can just put yourself out there. And that's it. If you don't like it, who cares? Because what matters is your own inner house. Yourself. In the long run, no one's gonna look after you but you. So Of course, I realize these people in relationships, and a lot of them have gotten in a relationship and kind of shut off their progress and just switch it off, just throw away the key. And then it's like, I wish I was this, I wish I was that. Yeah, because they never did anything with their lives. And that's not a problem. You can always come back 100 more times. Or 1,000. People wonder why they keep coming back. That's why. That's one of the reasons. So, yeah, truth hurts. So yeah, life in the third dimension. Yeah, that's why those. Yeah, this is like those that get into a relationship early in life or whatever it is. It's like they're kind of like, depending on the incarnation, they're kind of like they're not always in the players. They're not in the. They're not players in the stadium. They are spectators or just watching. It's one way of looking at it. It's not for everyone, but there's a lot of that there. Oh, I could be this, I could be that, and they're not doing anything. That's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. That's like saying, incarnate a few thousand more times, this place isn't going anywhere. As much as they say the new earth is coming, you see no signs of that. I mean, if your new earth is another dystopia, and yeah, I can see the new earth here. So anyway, alright, so we're going to the alien disclosure vibes, or, what's happened to the universe? I didn't do that last night, so neutral universe, maybe in some of the spirit world to get some of their take on their childish ways, at least from that point of view. Yeah, dig the stake in. Maybe they'll have some results at some point, or just don't expect any results. Sure, it's like no results. We're just here to check the world's temperature, and that's about it. Yeah, hopefully it's not all for nothing. So, all right, we're going to universe's energies. Anything you say about disclosure or whatever? Of course, I'm not going to say what people want to hear, but I will. All right, so blessings. Greetings, we have consciousness of the universe, a neutral energy. Well, there's parts of the universe that is not friendly. It is vicious. It has its own darkness, as you can see with this planet. It has to do with the consciousness of the spirit world also. So basically, the universe is bringing in the physical realms. So it's a part of the spirit world, but it is basically the transition from the non-physical into the physical. And so the physical, of course, has its own rules, its own everything. And of course, there's a non-physical connection to it. But there's a lot of limitations here on both realms. I mean, if you're a non-physical being, you can't just snap your finger and be a physical being. You need to find a avatar to connect to. So it's just energy. A lot of non-physical beings have trouble with that. So that's why they like the physical, but of course with the physical, of course this type of physical, there's different versions of it, but this type, yeah, is very vicious, and sometimes it's better just become like a regular person and just we don't have a lot of problems. You can have a paradise life here, technically. It won't be perfect, it'll have its challenges, but overall you still have a relationship, job, and things like that. And it just coasts through life without any major problems. For the most part, it might be nice to have some problems every once in a while, have something happen, throw some wind into your reality at some point. I'd be surprised also those that are around, those of you that are on your, so some of you are learning us how to be a better spiritual teacher, and some of you are teaching others. It doesn't mean you have to show spirituality, you don't have to do any of that, but they are curious to what you are. And maybe, yeah, you're like the danger waters, and not sure they're ready to swim. You're a reminder of the non-physical realms. Some of you are reminders of the afterlife. And that's why some individuals might have issues with it. They see you and they see death. Well, they just know that there's another reality out there, and they might have issues with it. Let's put it that way. Some might have issues with the astral world, especially bringing it up. You'd be surprised, yes, there's trauma there too. They come here to the physical to sort things out or to get away from the non-physical realms, and so on. So, yes, the universe is not always delivering as you might. There is a lot of headstrong beings here that are victims of their own, own doing, and they just don't let them pull you down too much. But in your incarnation process, the alien disclosure frequency that is here, the aliens are learning from you. Of course, you're learning from them too, but they're kind of like spirit guides themselves. But many of you do test them also. And they are assisting, but they get hit by a lot of this. They need the earth, for them to upgrade, you need the challenges to get to a certain level of one's soul's journey. And it's like to find inner peace, to know how a world like this operates. Sometimes you have to be in the jail to know what the jail is like. Even if be surprised how many are thrown in jail for things they haven't done. But now you know how it feels like, because some might not have lived their life, use their freedoms to their advantage, and now they're in prison. Now they're not always seeing the world for what it is. And so the world has to kind of like give you, it's like a reminder. Yes, many spirit beings incarnate thinking they can coast through life, and then they find out they can't. And so that's why they get bitten. So it's good to know what reality you're in. Some of you have been here many times, you know what kind of world this is. But you're pretty surprised how many don't. Even on their spiritual path, they have no idea. So that's why they can coast through life, and life says, no, you can't. So it's actually a gift to know what kind of world this is, like to snap you into this reality, to really understand it, to not be a victim, to move beyond that, but something to go through that process, self-loathing, hatred, and things like that. So, but you on your spiritual path, not to get pulled down by them, because it's like you're on a ship and you get pulled into someone else's storm. You can guide yourself out. It's not easy. Because you want to be pulled into someone else's politics? Probably not. The universe itself, all its details, can't go into everything. Yes, of course, it's learning from you. It's not perfect, but it is. You're working with the physical realms, so it's going to be vicious no matter what. Not on all cases. But it's a dense world, so it's going to be dense no matter where you go. Now, you as an individual can soften your frequency out, be welcoming, kind, and yes, of course, wise. But a lot of beings are not ready. You'd be surprised how many are accepting of kindness because they're afraid of it, because they don't trust themselves. Talk about an inner working. Just not be afraid anymore. Well, because they live in this high vibrational reality for such a long time, they're not understanding of the world they just walked into. But that's what many of you are here to help guide. So, blessings.